Hello there everyone, we've had one more week of Grand Arena. Let's see how I've got on. How have you guys got on? Okay, so my face camera's in the way here, so let's just move that down a second. I'm still waiting on an attack at this point. I'm not sure if it's going to come, but my opponent did set an interesting I wouldn't say they set an interesting defense as far as it was hard. You're going to see it in the video on Thursday, it'll be released at this point. But yeah, I made a bit of a mess. And when I say I made a bit of a mess, I made quite a mess. Let's just make that a little bit bigger for everyone. Yeah, I don't know what was going through my mind. If you watch the playback, this was some of my worst Grand Arena gameplay. Just simply because I decided to try a solo there that I should not have tried. And then here was a solo I had my every right to, but it still went wrong. And all of this started once again when we were down here, and yeah, I didn't see Zam Omicron. So the thing is, none of these teams, with respect to my opponent, were that challenging for what I've got on my roster. But I think what happened is I saw the front walls and I thought, wow, there is nothing too big or frightening here. So instinctively I'm like, oh, come on, we can try and nick some banners. And instead, I really just overlooked the Omicron. I'd got my notes. I actually confused it with my Crimson opponent, so that didn't help. But yeah, terrible play. And then when we go over here, back wall, we did one-shot the back wall, so that was something. But yeah, work to be done. That is definitely the way we're going to phrase Temin. But the weird thing is, I don't know what's going on here. My opponent still isn't attacking, and it's been about 10 minutes since they last cleared a team, so I don't know if they've seen my Executor and decided to run a mile. But as things stand, this is what's holding for me. Then again, though, they could have just taken a pause, like, you know, they've got things to do. Saying that there is an hour and 10 minutes, so hopefully I won't be doing an edit during this saying, yeah, they cleared it. But as things stand, 2-0 for the week. It could be 3-0, it could be 2-1. I'll be honest, if it was 2-1, I wouldn't be upset as far as I've put in a poor showing on offense. But I look at it and I think 3-0, I wouldn't complain either. Just as far as I'd say overall, I had a good week here. It was just a very bad offense from me. Again, on defense, I feel like I put some good teams down. I feel like I set some good challenges. But yeah, I mean, I'm not looking to climb higher. Let's put it like that. I mean, my skill rating right now is above Kyber 4 threshold. I don't want to be in Kyber 3. Crimson's in Kyber 3, and I'm coping there, but I don't particularly want to climb. I'm quite happy just being in Kyber 4 right now. I want to settle. So if I climb, great. If I don't, I'm not complaining. But yeah, if we just put that down there a sec. As you can see, Kyber 3 here. I'm just at the bottom end of the skill rating here, thankfully, so I'm not in danger of climbing too far there. If I could climb to the top end of the Kyber 3 threshold, that would be quite interesting, I will admit. But yeah, like I say, I've got no real desires to get further on there. But yeah, as far as Crimson's week's gone, and I'm just going to get that on screen again just in case my opponent does decide to attack. Yeah, Crimson's had a bit of a mixed week. The first round was a bit of an error on my part, like I've said. I feel like I dot these in at times and I need to cut them out. So if we're going over here, this was down to mismanaging my offense again. So the video for this is already online, but yeah, it was CLS that started this. I took in the wrong General Grievous team. I should have put in BB-8 in the lineup, and instead I put Newt Gunray. Didn't really pan out the way it needed to. Since then, I have actually done a battle like this. Not the same because 3PO and Chew wasn't in the lineup, but I did do one with CLS, obviously. And I did get a win. It was a narrow win, but I did get a win. So I'm a little bit concerned just in case 3PO and Chew would obviously have obliterated me. But I'm also hopeful that at the very least, I know that there's something there. So yeah, mixed bag. we'll call that a mixed bag. And then because of that, I had to clean up. I'd got not a lot of teams left on offense anyway, so yeah, quite a bad week. I mean, to be honest as well, it was compounded in round 2. I mean, thankfully it didn't cost me as far as the actual result, but I made a big mistake. I mean, again, the round 2 video will be out on Wednesday now. But yeah, Norrie, I'm quite grateful here that I did get the win, because I didn't deserve it, if I'm going to be brutally honest. Yeah, that Iden team, I ran out to actually clear it, and yeah, I mean, I took 2 shots, I preloaded it just for giggles, but the first one I took in Qui-Gon, and yeah, I learned how to use Qui-Gon quite effectively after that battle, because I made a big boo-boo. Moving forward, I know what I don't need to do, so I can learn from this, but again, I feel like it's rough learning on the go. Because at that point, I think I've been playing quite efficiently. I might be mistaken. Let me just check the south wall. Oh no, we had dropped against Maul. Oh, I remember that, yeah. We did try Ewoks there. I thought I'm going to punch up. The downside is I took in Ewok Aldra instead of C-3PO. And C-3PO just amplifies the damage the Ewoks put out. So in the end, I just didn't have enough DPS to get through Sith Marauder. Granted, Sith Marauder does get a lot tankier and gets a lot of TM without a turn attacks with buffs, so Ewoks was probably not the best team for that anyway. But yeah, I wanted to try and see what they can do, and obviously they got 4/5 of the team out, so it wasn't a bad team as such, but Marauder really just wrecked me. And I can't complain, it's that kind of situation. I think with this, the rest of this wall we did okay. I'm trying to think as well what was here. Oh, we tripped up there as well, so that wasn't great either. But I think my opponent here just didn't have time to attack. They only took down 1 team. So I think if they'd had more time, they would have done better. But yeah, they took down my BAM team and just left it. So a little bit of a shame in that regard. Round 3, I think that was a good showing on my part. Let's just load that up. Yeah, here we go. So again, I didn't get a full clear, and anyone who knows me, I like my full clears, so this has been a disappointing week in that regard. We got through the south wall quite comfortably, maybe we dropped a team or 2, but then we got to sketchy counters time. The only thing I'd really got that I knew for certain could, well, and maybe not for certain, but I thought at the very least could attempt to beat Rage Adder training was Geonosians. Now, if I'd got a Rallic GBA, maybe I would have stood a chance, but I think the issue came from the fact that I was just getting debuffed too easily. So even a Rallic most likely would have struggled. The reason I thought maybe it could work was down to the fact that there was only 1 AoE in the team, so I'd got 2 tanks obviously in Sunthak and Brute, so maybe I could keep the control via that. I think one of the issues I had though is that I used GBA's cleanse move first turn, and I don't think it was long after that I used his second cleanse, Poggle's cleanse as well. I was desperate to try and get Veteran Han out. I think if I'd replayed it, I would go for a different tactic where I just try and use the mass AoE expose, then just try and do basic with Poggle, get ability blocks out. I think that's where I went wrong. I was not using my cleanses at the right times, and therefore they were just able to swarm around me. So I do think there's a counter in there, because there's no way really for them to get around the cleanse, get around your taunt if they keep using the cleanses, and we keep cleansing them. Sorry, if I keep cleansing taunts and then I get rid of the days and whatnot. But yeah, my gut says there is a counter in there, Geos versus Ray, but I just misplayed it. And then when it comes to the rest, we didn't do bad. I think we did actually get a good result on this wall. Yep, no drops. We actually did some good underdogging. And Fleet, I think we showed ourselves quite well as well. Yeah, both won battles. So I've got no complaints there. I think everything went smoothly. My defense, again, I feel like Crimson's in the wrong division. I mean, I set that load of rubbish. I don't even know what that is, let alone that one below. I thought, let's just put something different down. But yeah, we had Thrawn, he got a hold on defense, so I'm grateful for that. Negotiator didn't hold, but hey ho. And then Yeah, we actually got some good holds here for a change. We got one hold from Slacker that killed his GA pretty much for certain. And Newt Dooku got 4 holds for me and didn't get beaten, so I'm liking that. I think Relic Django plays a part there. I mean, I can't remember for certain, but I'm pretty sure I've got good mods on him. Okay, maybe not. Maybe I said I needed to put good mods on him. But he's reasonably fast. Got okay damage with his Relic 7, so I could do with upping his mods, but the way I see it, he did. I think he was the one who would have done the good job today, especially when... I'm not talking to you. How rude. But yeah, like I say, I think Django did a job. I think they just basically chewed up teams, which they're meant to be doing. So I'm quite happy with that. But yeah, Crimson had an okay week. Even 1 and 2, well 2 and 1 I can take that. Still no attacks here by the looks of it. Yeah, I'm curious if they've given up or what. Maybe. I don't want to count my chicken yet, because like I say, I've just got this vision of going in the edit later and saying, oh yeah, they beat me. Alright, so finally, JJ. Now, I've said it plenty of times, JJ, I don't really care about these results. This is just mainly just to earn crystals. So, yeah, Northern Soul, we got a win. He's got C on defense, so I tried out a General Grievous counter. Quite good, actually. I've been using it in arena since just to try it out. It can punch up quite well, so I'm quite happy using it on offense, if I need it. Again, that was in the round 1 video. That's online now, so you can have a look at that if you fancy it. We both got stuck on our top walls, but I came out more on efficiency, so I'm happy there. Then round 2, we did get a loss. This guy full cleared me. I just didn't stand a chance. I just ran out of teams. He used his C on offense, so we were quite fortunate there. Offhand, I can't remember what I used for these two. I know one of these battles I did have a good result against Bad Batch. Oh, sorry, with Bad Batch. Might have been this North Wall. Yeah, I think it might have been against this Bounty Hunter team. And one of the reasons I was a bit dubious about it was simply because Bad Batch, I've got 294 speed on my Echo, but my tech is a little bit slow, at least by comparison. So I'm looking at their speeds, the Zam Omicron, and I'm thinking, okay, can I get enough going in that time? And it wasn't smooth, let's say that. I think I think Django might have got a turn first off the top of my head. They certainly did take a turn or two. I managed to get Days out and get a little bit of control in the battle. And I think I only lost Wrecker. And Wrecker was only gear 8 at the time, I think, maybe gear 9. So I can take that as a result. I mean, again, 6-star Wrecker as well, just add in that. But to get the win one shot, I'm quite happy with that. Again, it just shows that Bad Batch is such a versatile team. If anything, I really think it's quite valid right now. I've got that as my name because I really do love using them on offense. But yeah, I got to Night Sisters. I just didn't have a counter. I mean, I'd used gas there. By that point, I'd run out. So yeah, I don't begrudge him the loss. Well, in getting the win, I'm having a loss. You're going to have these every now and again. Last round though, we did get another loss. Venom. Yeah, I'm spoiling it for the upcoming videos. I recognise this, but I think we have got tough opponents in this bracket. I mean, Venom has reached out, and what I will say, I made mistakes. So it was all mistakes on one team, sadly. This crew team. I got it in my head that I needed to undersize it. Well, maybe not undersize it, but I needed to take in a softer counter. I don't know why I got this in my head. I'm thinking to myself, maybe I'd seen what his North Wall was, and I was thinking I need something for that. So I really did mess up my offense a bit by not just playing what I saw. So I'd already taken out Shaq. I used JKR for that. So all I needed was to play this crew battle smart. So the safe thing would have been to have taken GG in. Instead, I tried 2 other teams. I'll let you watch them and tell me what you think. And then, yeah, we then got through it, obviously. The back wall, as you can see, we didn't clear. But if I'd have gone with GG, I would have got to this wall, I would have had 2 teams to take this wall down quite comfortably. So I'm a little disappointed in myself here. I panicked and I don't know why. So that is something I need to start asking myself. Do I need to worry? Do I need to be undersizing and picking weird teams? Because it's like an old Grand Arena thing I'm doing, where maybe we could experiment, maybe we could just try something out. Whereas now there are crystals on the line, so I need to cut this out. Now what I will say, as far as how this looks, I'm on 2562 skill range. I will probably drop down to Chromium 3 at this point. I am not one bit bothered. I'm not one bit bothered. Yeah, Chromium 3, I've been just about cutting it in Chromium 2. The fleet game I really don't like. I like fleet in general, but my fleets on this account are terrible, so I need to up my fleet game. I'm trying. I'm trying to build some form of Empire fleet, and I've got some weird mishmash rebel fleet. But besides that, I haven't really got anything. So yeah, that's all I'm trying to do all the time, just try and build some ships up. But it's a little bit tricky, especially when you haven't got... it's especially tricky when you haven't got energy spare. But yeah, I've been talking for over 15 minutes now. I was kind of stalling a little bit there just to see if this guy does come in and try and clear, or this woman. I really don't know what that name is. But yeah, as things stand, it looks like they've given up, but like I say, I've got this weird feeling I'm going right in the edit. Yeah, they came back and cleared it. Just to clarify, they've got a TIE fighter that could outspeed my Executor, but they haven't got Ebenork. So Ebenork is usually clutching, beating Executors, but you never know. Someone could just outspeed me and get good RNG, so I'm not saying they're out of it. So yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of sitting on this and waiting. But yeah, how I see it, if we get a 2 and 1, 2 and 1, 1 and 2, I'm quite happy because, like I say, Temin's deserving a punch up. You know, I think it's a bit weird that my main account was in a league lower than my alt account in Crimson, but hey, if I stay in Kyber 4, I'm not complaining either. If I go to Kyber 3, that's how it is. If Crimson dropped to Kyber 4, I wouldn't complain because that's kind of probably where both accounts should be. But yeah, I look at it and I think, JJ, you can go all the way down to Bronzium for all I care. So yeah, that's me done. So yeah, I'm going to try and do something like this once a week. I might start recording them on the Monday night and releasing them on the Thursday. So let me know what you think, folks, because I do kind of like the idea of doing a video like this. And then if there is like news updates and all that kind of stuff, I can do them on the day as well. But I want to try and create more on-the-spot content rather than... It takes a while for me to do guides and anything like that. I've got one in the works, but it just takes time because it's like I have to sit down and actually focus for a length of time, which you might not be... it isn't that easy for me, let's say that. So stuff like this, I can just sit down for 20 minutes, talk my mouth off, and then I literally just upload to YouTube. So like I said, let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you're interested in these types of videos where I just talk through my thoughts on the week. But if not, then this is just a weird one-off for a change. Alright, so I will catch you in the next one, which will be on Friday now with the roster reviews, unless we get some news this week. Hopefully so, because we do some Inquisitors, so we'll soon see. Alright, see you folks. Bye for now.